I just had an aha moment. And this guy is losing his mind. This episode of Scam School brought to you by the U.S. Department of Transportation, National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. You drive, you text, you pay. Welcome to the show that's like a pretzel with a cold, all sick and twisted. Scam School, the only show dedicated to social engineering at the bar and on the street. Hello, beautiful people of the internet. I'm Brushwood, and this week we discover our brothers from other mothers. Puzzled Pint. They do puzzles at the bar, and they get drunk, and they solve things just like we do. Check them out. Let's kick this off correctly. Boom. For the first time ever, we have my co-host from Night Attack, the award-winning podcast, and my co-host from Hacking the System, Mr. Jason Murphy, Justin Robert Young, and we are meeting for the first time
Matt Steffens.
Matt Steffens of Puzzled Pint. Now, I gotta tell you, it was described to me like, well, I know this is a nutty idea, but it's kind of about doing puzzles at the bar. And I was like, and on the streets? You know, and they were like, no, never on the street. And you guys run an organization that is essentially exactly Scam School, man.
Exactly.
Tell me all about it.
So Puzzled Pint started in Portland about 6 years ago and was a group of people who created AHA-style puzzles, took them to bars, and teams of 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 would solve for 3 hours while they had drinks. It has expanded now to 30 cities. We're on 3 continents, 5 countries, second Tuesday of every month.
And these are not independent events. Everybody tonight is facing the exact same set of puzzles at the exact same time. And you guys are reporting in how long it takes everybody to solve everything.
That is correct. We try and downplay the competition element of it.
Right.
However, there are a number of teams and a number of cities that do regularly check the standings to see how they did, both in their own
Winners.
cities. Exactly.
That's what we call those people.
Exactly. Puzzled Pint is usually 4 puzzles with a 5th meta puzzle. One of the things that we do, though, is we tend to have a bonus puzzle each month, which is independent. And I've brought a couple of puzzles that are independent of those. So I think the first one we're going to have you do is this pint by number.
Puzzle Pint turns 5 this month, and what better way to celebrate than one of Portland Specialties craft beer, or in this case, beer crafts. Center a pint glass over each number that hasn't gotten too drunk, i.e. that's still upright, and trace around the bottom of a glass. Make a dot wherever a circle intersects with a paintbrush. One of the circles has been drawn to give you a size reference. So that
for
is,
example, that is
yeah,
number
yeah,
5.
there you go. Got it. So that's a big wide. Then label each dot with a letter. Use the brush color to select the right word from below. Then take a letter from that word as specified by the number at the center of the intersecting circle. Hang in there, hang in there. Whoa, time out on everything. We're gonna play a little game of truth or dare. I take truth. Oh, you want me to tell the truth? The truth is that this month, from April 8th through the 13th, national law enforcement officials will be out in force and they will be ticketing distracted drivers. Are you distracted? Focus. Look, man, I don't care if you're changing the radio, if you're checking on your phone, if you're eating an apple, if your hands aren't on that wheel and your eyes aren't on the road, then you and I have a problem, sir. And so does law enforcement, because if they see you distracted driving, they will give you a ticket. In 2014, over 3,000 people died from distracted driving and over 400,000 people were injured. This is serious stuff. Just do me a favor and promise me you won't text while you drive. You drive, you text, you pay. That's a fact. That and gravity. Newton was like, stuff falls. Also, you're gonna pay money if you're distracted while you're driving. For more information, head on over to distraction.gov, or you can, of course, hashtag join the conversation by using the hashtag JustDrive. All right, I told you my truth. Now you gotta pick a truth or dare. What's that? You dare to drive distraction-free? I'm proud of you. It's a good one. This one right here. Watch out for that one. If circle number 1 intersects a blue paintbrush, you would put the first letter of the blue word, so it looks like Chanel number 5. So that would be C, right?
These are the clues to these answers.
Right.
Oh, shoot. So,
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So
Wow.
we have to solve these, and then okay.
9-letter word for a rag for washing plates. I would say wash rag, W-A-S-H-R-A-G. No, that's 7.
No, it's not.
W-A-S-H-C-L-O-T-H. Small island, 5-letter word.
Now, one of the things that I'll emphasize is, unlike a bar trivia, we expect you to have access to the internet and anything and everything.
Oh, this
so
is
phones are
great.
not only allowed, They
are
absolutely
necessary.
Built into the
They're not
story.
always necessary.
A toll, A-T-O-L-L, islet, I-S-L-E-T, possibly?
Use your words. Come on. This is a
Yeah,
goddamn
what
podcast.
are you doing?
I'm finishing it.
Well, then say words. Say words.
Okay.
Musical group that may include a washboard and an empty growler. He wrote Jug Band. That's right.
Nailed it.
Russian White House, Kremlin. Chanel #5 is one. Perfume. Metaphor for bureaucracy. I don't know. It's
3 words,
3
4
and then
words.
4.
Red tape, red tape, red
There
tape,
it
red
is.
tape. Snitch, make a noise like a pig and squeal.
Squeal.
So the only one we're missing is Small Island.
At this point, what I would say is you have enough information to start filling in the rest of it.
Let's just circle all the ones that are upright.
Go ahead and properly. There you go. This 7 is upright. There you go.
6?
6 is upright. Well done.
So now what we are looking for is...
Make a dot wherever a circle intersects a paintbrush.
Gotcha.
So like here, you see there's a dot, dot, dot on these
Now I
paintbrushes.
have my cootie shot.
Yeah. All right. Now what?
Then label each dot with a letter. Use the brush color to select the right word from below. Then take a letter from that word as specified by the number at the
For example, this one is a black paintbrush, so you would label that one with the 5th letter of black, so it would be A, so you put an A right there. There you go. All right, let's keep going. 5, so it's C.
Red to A.
All right, here we go. The last part says,
Connect the dots with a thick, dark line to reveal something you might give the organizers of Puzzle Pint in celebration of their milestone. A kick in the balls.
We win!
hold on. So wait, we got all these words.
Yeah.
Do we go alphabetical order or?
What makes Puzzle Pint puzzles unique is they're what are called aha puzzles.
Got it.
So there is expected to be at least one, possibly multiple moments where you are stuck and then something clicks, you go aha. And so this is the aha moment for this puzzle. Everything else has been straightforward. But now you have to connect the dots somehow.
My guess is that they go in order and that you draw a line in order. So N-O-P-M-L-A or I.
So we've got like a couple of A's.
I think whatever the thing is, we'll draw a picture of it, and the letters, because there's letters, will be in order. Like if you draw them in order, it'll spell and say the same thing.
So what would be a more straightforward way to connect these dots?
Alphabetical.
Alphabetical order.
Alphabetical
Yeah, I agree.
order. What would you expect about the letter distribution?
They would form a shape of some variety.
Yeah, and more specifically, you'd expect it to be unique. You wouldn't expect there to be 4 L's because you wouldn't know which one to go to.
That's
So-
right, yeah.
Oh wait, okay, so yeah, so it's definitely islet.
Islet, yeah,
And not
right.
a toll, right? Because there's already an A.
Because we have duplicates.
Yeah.
Got it.
Something in your red tape is definitely correct.
Yeah.
Washcloth is
Maybe is wrong.
Yeah.
Let's ignore washcloth. Let's start with A. We'll just. Oh, a high five! High five for 5 years. I just had an aha moment, and this guy is losing his mind.
We're all going crazy, right, guys?
There we go.
Which would have been your
D.
G. This one
Oh,
would
this
have had a
would have
connection
been-
on
yeah.
4, which would have given you your G.
G. Oh my God, this is a great one. K-L-M. Oh, it's a high five! Dude, that was a good one. High five to 5 years of Puzzled Pint. That's huge. Huge thanks to Matt and all of our new friends over at Puzzled Pint. If you want to come out to one of these events, and I highly recommend you do, head on over to puzzledpint.com and find out when and where you can become a puzzle champion. By the way, you and I should be best friends, so why don't you hit me up at twitter.com/Schwood. There is no C in Schwood. And if you want to suggest your favorite bar scam, write me directly at brian@schwood.com. Now you're gonna want to join us next week because in response to the Puzzle Pint, we're gonna form our own puzzle gang. We're gonna have a puzzle turf war. Our slogan is in this word search right there. You just gotta find it.
Also, you're a wandering pint glass, my friend.
Wait, what are you talking about? It's right there in the middle.
That's not in the middle at all.
What are you talking about? It looks like the middle to you, right?
It looks like it to me. I think you got it.
It's close to the middle.